What's good, guys? This is Miasin, and I just got top 16 at YCS Rio in Brazil with the spice, kind of, but not really. My deck was technically not spicy. It's rather the cards that I'm playing and the ratios and some other stuff that kind of were. The experience was insane. I'm actually really glad that I came here, and I'm even more glad that I topped. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Let's go, you see?
Let's freaking go, man. Okay, so for the P.U.N.K cards, I'm on double Tearlaments, 1 Ogre, 1 Foxy 2, and then 1 Deer Note. So most people don't really play Ogre Dance. I wanted to play it because it's a dark attribute, and it really matters when you're with Chaos Ruler. And sometimes you already have a P.U.N.K card, so instead of relying on Foxy Tune to summon your Deer Note, you search for the Ogre Dance to search for Deer Note, and then you special summon the Deer Note, and that way you can't really get ashed, because the Chaos Ruler is chain blocking anyways. So yeah.
Wow, you got it like that, huh?
Yeah, that's ideal. That way you literally never lose to like Ash and stuff like that. And you can revive back the Chaos Ruler right away because you would have a Dark and a Light. So yeah, great P.U.N.K lineup. And my deck is a little old school, so I'm actually playing King of the Swamp. This card's really good at just being milled, and also it's nice to hard draw because you can search Polymerization, which allows you to summon Guardian Chimera and break boards. Or you can technically fuse for, let's say, Kid Kalos using 2 Tearlaments monsters, or just another King of the Swamp and the Tearlament. That way you can unbrick, and it can be substituted for Reno Heart, and that way you can make a Lido Heart. In theory, you can also substitute it for Millennium Strict, but the card sucks because it has 0 attack and 0 defense, so if you play against someone with a brain, he'll just go into battle phase, attack over it, and you lose. So yeah, Millennium Strict kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Now for the miscellaneous cards, 1 Fairy Tale Snow, 1 Shadow Beast, and 1 Destrudo. Fairy Tale Snow is overpowered. This card's ban-worthy. I don't even know why it got back. It's ridiculous.
Ban-worthy. Ban it. Right, Jesse?
Yeah, this freaking I love this card, man. Shadow Beast, Wind Dash sucks, man. It doesn't fix any issues the deck has. You still lose to Dark Will and Super Poly, so it's garbage. Shadow Beast drawing a card is okay, but it's not the best to draw. And Destrudo's broken because I play FA Dawn Dragster in my deck, so I can negate double Mystic Mine, which is something that the other decks cannot do, because I end on Baron and FA Dawn Dragster. And even if I get Mystic Mine the first time, I go, okay, Shooting Riser Dragon, well, Needle Fiber into Shooting Riser, and then Quick Sync into FA Dawn Dragster in case they have the second Mystic Mine, or double evenly. So I'm literally the only human on Earth who can actually play through double, like, Spell and Trap board breakers. Not really, because
just you and Pendulum players with 10 negates.
Yeah, yeah, and also
Cyber Dragon players.
There are some. Oh, let's freaking go. I think there are some people who are playing Toad with Baron, but it's kind of like a weird combo, and you have to play some kind of bad cards. But anyways, for the Tearlaments monsters, triple Shaylin, triple Reno Heart. No, sorry, Haffiness. I'm stupid. Double Reno Heart and double Meru. So yeah, these cards are actually, well, Reno Heart is actually pretty good, so I could play 3, but I only have Xiamen as my normal summon, so it might not make like that much sense. Meru's a little less good to draw than Haffiness and Shaylin, and these cards are like extenders. Even on my own turn, I can summon Haffiness if I'm going second. And Shaylin's pretty much always good, especially if you have like another Tearlaments monster. I just didn't really want to draw like duplicates of Meru, because if my only play is normal summon Meru effect, then I might as well just sign the match slip right now, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, 10 Tearlaments monsters I want to say was pretty good for me. I'm playing 42 cards, and obviously I have 4 field spells anyways. For the hand traps, I didn't play any board breakers. I'm a nice guy, no Mystic Mine, no Dark Ruler, man. So yeah, DD Crow, triple Gamma, Driver, of course, man's best friend, I always draw this. So DD Crow is a dark, so I can activate it with Chaos Ruler. I can also banish it with Chaos Ruler, so it's a consistency card at the same time. And if I get hit by Dark Ruler, instead of having like board breakers in my hand, I have more pieces of interaction, and this really came up. So DD Crow just being able to protect myself from annoying things. And there are some decks that do not lose the board breakers, like Mathmech Ad Ignister, and just Mathmech overall, because they're not really trying to make like an unbreakable board of 10 billion negates on the field. They're rather just making like big towers, and then they have like super factorial so that they can summon Laplacian. DD Crow would actually be very good against that, but Dark Ruler wouldn't. And Super Poly would be even worse. Actually, you would have to like Super Poly yourself to like do something. And Gamma is just always good. It's a level 2 tuner, so it's between this and Shinobi Necro. So I had to just pick my poison, and you know, Shinobi Necro is dog shit anyway, so I might as well just play Gamma. As we have 6 hand traps. I didn't really regret not playing Mystic Mine and those annoying cancer cards. For the one of spell cards, so this is pretty obvious as well. Instant Fusion is broken. Foolish Burial is an extender or an Upstart Goblin. Galaxy Cyclone is an out to Mystic Mine. Polymerization is searchable by King of the Swamp, and Call by the Grave is there because some people are still playing hand traps, even though this is a board breaker format, quote unquote. Not really, but kind of. Either way, it's even good when your opponent doesn't have any hand traps. And now triple emergency teleport, 4 field spells, very obvious. I wouldn't change anything here. I wouldn't play set rotation with Mystic Mine and just gimmicky stuff. And for the trap cards, this was a huge mistake. I should have been on double Salic, not Salic and Meta Noise. Meta Noise is complete crap. It always gets ashed, never resolves, and the graveyard effect is also insanely trash. So, yeah, this card sucks. All right, moving forward, I will definitely change a few things with this deck list. For the extra deck, thank you for Doer and Needle Fiber. Where Doer sucks, I lost a lot of games because of it. It's just dog. Needle Fiber is broken because I have Shooting Riser Dragon in my extra deck. And for the Synchro Monsters, this is a Synchro deck, basically. So Baron, Shooting Riser. The reason why I topped this YCS, a lot of people were not expecting that. I played double Chaos Ruler Dragon. So the first one I summoned on my own turn with the P.U.N.K cards, and then the second one, Shooting Riser, Quick Sync, into another Chaos Ruler. Excavate DD Crow, trigger Tearlaments, summon even more Fusion Monsters. This was broken. And then F.A. Dawn Dragster, which is also my own spies because of Destrudo. Destrudo plus any monster will always be F.A. Dawn Dragster, so this card's actually just insane. And also it deals piercing damage, so if your opponent randomly summons the Crooked Croak with the Astral Karibo, you can attack and eventually win. So yeah. And speaking of stupid boss monsters that are annoying to out, Psychic and Punisher can jump over the Arrival Cybers, so at least you can deal with that. And that's it for the Synchro Monsters. For the fusions, Guardian Chimera only came up like once or twice because at the end of the day, you either have to draw... Yeah, I mean, you have to draw specific cards to summon it. You have to draw King of the Swamp or Poly. You can't really access it with your engine. That's the issue with Guardian Chimera. So, because of that, I considered cutting King of the Swamp, but it's a consistency card, and it allows me to play through both hand traps and... I don't know, like board, I don't know, so stuff, so yeah. Kaleido Heart broken. I always try to end my board with just Kaleido Heart and no other dark. So even when I summon Jagos Tapelion on my opponent's turn, I still cannot get hit by Dark Ruler. Sorry, Super Polymerization. And even Dark Ruler would not do anything because I end on Salic. So I send the Kaleido Heart with Salic, negate something, revive back the Kaleido Heart, shuffle back something, and then make Dragos Tapelia. So I have like 4 or 5 interruptions through Dark Ruler, and I am unsuper polyable because this cannot be used as a fusion material. Double Kid Kalos because some people would try to banish it with their interruptions, so if you only play one and your deck is really focused on Tearlaments, you're just gonna lose. So the second one really is important. And then for the fusion monsters, Dragos Tapelia, Millenniumize, Restrict, and Winda. Dragos Tapelia is extremely broken, I would play 2. Millenniumize is garbage, I would play 0. And Winda made me lose every single game I summoned it, because again, it makes me play even more into Super Poly and things that I have no business losing to.
Yep.
So that's it for the extra deck, and now for the side deck. My side deck was pretty good. I would maybe change a few things. It's kind of seasonal. It depends on what people decide to play. Yeah, Pankratops, Duster, and Reboot. This is against the back row decks, of course. And then I'll keep this card for the end because it's kind of sussy, not gonna lie. Triple Evenly. This won me a game in top 32 against Darren. I even lead him for everything. He didn't have any Omni Negates because he played Danger Tearlaments. He he chained Split Elf to my Evenly, revived back the Meru, shrunk to Mail at Tearlaments, he whiffed. Next turn he top deck another Meru and whiffed again, so very unfortunate for him, but yeah, Evenly is just ridiculously broken. And then the Pointer of the Red Lotus and Anti-Spell. I never saw a Pointer of the Red Lotus a single time in this whole tournament, so I can't tell you if it's good or not. And the Anti-Spell I only saw once, and it actually made me lose the game. Yeah, well, not really made me lose the game, but if it was another extender, maybe I had a better chance. It was in top 16, so my hand was not the best. Game 1, I drew triple emergency teleport, and then I top deck into Xiamen, so adding insult to injury. And game 2, my hand just lost to hand traps, but not board breakers. And he had hand traps, but not board breakers. So yeah, I got 2-0 at the speed of light, and the guy got second, actually, otherwise, yes. And the final card in my side deck, Imperm. I didn't want to play Dark Ruler because it plays into a Pointer of the Red Lotus and Anti-Spell, and I'm kind of scared of those cards. In a format where everybody expects board breakers, I also expect the good players to play around them. So I wanted to play a card that people would not expect, so I could catch them off guard. And Imperm, in theory, is very, very good. And it was very good, actually. I saw it a few times. It always did what it had to do. It's just that your side deck, in theory, should have like blowouts and not really fair cards. So that's kind of my issue with Imperm. It's just the theory behind it. It's good and bad at the same time. But yeah, like I said, for the next event, either I'll just be changing decks completely, or I'll be swapping cards in my extra deck and side deck and main deck.
Are we both playing Metaphors for YCS Negra?
Yo, absolutely, man. You already know it.
Let's go.
Fan best deck,
Facts.
man. Absolutely facts. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. For the shoutouts, though, I'm gonna have to give a huge shout-out to David Kwan for sponsoring me. Of course, thank you so much for everything you always do. Shout-outs to ETPat for the room and for the freaking sick experience. Shout-outs to you. Shout-outs to Jesse. Shout-outs to everyone else. Shout-outs to Abdelrazak. Shout-outs to all my friends from Montreal, Canada in general, the US as well.
Bonjour.
I guess. Yeah, absolutely.
Merci.
Yes, thank you, merci beaucoup. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Au revoir.